all the nighttime into the day. Do the song about the sweet love and moon. They do the song about the night. Really do the walk.
Hello everybody, this is James and Tonya from At Home with Tonya and James, and it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, isn't it, Tonya? The sun's out, it's a little cool today, but people are out. I think everybody's been going a little stir crazy, staying home, and the weather's been kind of bad the last few days, so I think today we're going to see a lot of people out, don't you?
Yeah, there is a lot of people out.
Yeah. So
very few people are wearing masks, which
that's crazy, huh?
I find a little disturbing.
Let's stop here for a minute, or just take some video of this. This is we're going to take you through our neighborhood, and we just happen to be right by one of our favorite restaurants in the city. It's called the Altes Postamt. It's a traditional German tavern. Great food. Great plate of schnitzel.
Yeah.
What's your favorite dish here, Tonya?
Schnitzel.
Yeah?
Schnitzel cordon bleu.
Yeah, the schnitzel cordon bleu is really good. But
Cold beer.
Yeah.
Friendly people.
Unfortunately, it's been closed for the last few weeks.
Yeah, but they do deliver home delivery.
Yeah, they started the home delivery, and so hopefully that restaurant will be one of the survivors. It's interesting, that restaurant, they call it the Altes Postamt because that means in German the old post office, and it used to be the post office here in town.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that if you wanted a taste of East German culture or the Halle culture, that would have to be a stop, don't you think?
For sure.
Yeah. I agree. We took Jason there.
Yep.
So we're kind of walking along the main street here in Halle. This cuts right through the center of town. If we keep walking about another kilometer, we'll end up right in the center marketplace. They call it the Marktplatz. Since the day's so nice and the weather's so great, we're going to go for a little walk, stretch our legs, and we're going to take you on a little tour of our town. This is going to be one of the unfortunate victims of the Corona quarantine shutdown. Various beer gardens throughout Germany. Normally on a spring day like this, there'd be tables and chairs out. People would be sitting around from midday, enjoying a cold beer,
for sure,
some good food.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be a casualty of it. They've already announced the cancellation of Oktoberfest in Munich.
Yeah.
So probably all the other smaller cities like Halle will also cancel their Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
So anyway, lots of different ways that the Corona shutdown has affected everyday life. Yeah. So this is one of my favorite things about small, medium towns in Germany. There are fruit and vegetable markets. They're called Obstmarkt and Gemüsemarkt. Not on every street corner, but they're pretty common, wouldn't you say?
Yep.
And
Ours is closed.
yeah, the one we have closest to our neighborhood has been closed since the coronavirus shut down. There's no telling what happened to it. There's just a closed sign on it, and there's no indication when they're coming back. Literally, that we could have walked to that market in about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Huh?
For sure.
But, all right, so we took a little detour off the main road, and because there's this interesting castle here. This is called Moritzburg. It's an old castle. It's on the way to the Marktplatz, and I thought it would be interesting to show everybody. It was built. It started to be built in 1453. Martin Luther showed up in the area, and the Reformation and the Protestants kicked the Catholics out. So the Catholic Archbishop of Magdeburg, lost his house. Kind of, I don't want to call it a foreclosure, but it's something like it, right?
Right.
We're going to take you through to the courtyard and just show you around.
And just this area right here, they have summertime outdoor concerts and performances. The theater comes and puts on different performances, Shakespearean performances and whatnot here in this courtyard, but as you can see, that's not happening.
No.
I think they are going to open the museum on the 4th because they're doing a Karl Lagerfeld exhibit.
Yep.
Yeah, and that starts, I think, May 4th.
yeah, so hopefully it'll be back open. But this castle was destroyed in the early 1600s, I think in the 30 Years' War, and it was a ruin for many years. And then maybe about 25-30 years ago, the city rebuilt it, and it's now an art museum. They've got some really nice exhibits from time to time. But it's kind of interesting to have the modern museum within the walls of
Yeah, that's what makes this place really neat.
the old castle.
They have a modern building that's built into
The broken down walls.
Mhm.
And on the opposite side of this wall here is the river.
Yeah.
So you got the river immediately on the other side. So it's kind of interesting to look at it from the opposite angle. But we've been here. They have stuff happening during the Handelfest, which is not happening this year. They would do stuff here for Oktoberfest, Lantern Fest. Even it's a big deal here when they do the museum night, when the museums are open 24 hours.
Yep.
Really interesting. None of that's happening this year. But
Yeah. So this starts the exhibit of Lagerfeld. The museum's not open yet.
so this is just promotional.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting.
And all the nighttime into the day. And after all the violence and double talk, it's just a song and only trouble and the strife. You do the walk, yeah, you do the walk of life. You do the walk of life. Woo.
All right, so we're leaving the Moritzburg Castle. We're going to walk back across the bridge. The building in front of us is one of the main campus buildings for Martin Luther University. It's a very well-known and respected university in Germany. I think when I looked it up, I want to say there's about 16,000 students that come here from all over Germany every year. But the classes have been shut down. Probably most of the students are gone, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Over there, I don't know if we can maybe walk back that way. You'll see that white building. That's called the Leopoldina, and it's a world famous institute for science. And that's a big deal. Halle is very proud of the Leopoldina Institute. So Halle is definitely a city of higher learning and science and art and culture, and it's one of the reasons I really like living here.
Yeah, I think it's the reason we stayed so long.
Yeah. For a smaller town, it packs a big punch, wouldn't
It
you
does,
say?
yeah.
Yep.
And there's a young vibe here too because of the university.
Yeah.
So a lot of young students, young people, a lot of old people too, but a lot of young people that I think the mixture makes the city interesting.
Yeah, it's a good mix.
Yep.
All right, we'll
There's a
continue.
little movie theater right here.
Yeah. One screen.
It's called Zazie Kino.
Yeah.
It's a bar, restaurant, and movie theater, and it plays like art films and indie films and things like that.
Yeah.
They've got a English film usually once a month.
You won't see the blockbusters here.
No.
But we just cut down this little street from the castle, and it brought us out to a street called Kleine Ulrichstrasse. This would be the best way I could describe this street would be, this is our restaurant row.
Yeah.
There are
That's our
pubs here and really good
Vietnamese
restaurants.
restaurant that we love. It's closed.
Viet Village.
You can pick up, I think, to go or horseback.
Really good pho there.
Yeah.
And the service is really friendly.
Yep.
It's normally very, very crowded. It's hard to get a table without a
Oh yeah.
without a
This was a
reservation.
normal time. It would be people sitting outside and
Right. So, Kleine Ulrichstrasse, this is usually the place to go for some nightlife in Halle, maybe dinner, movie at the theater, like you said. Afterward, maybe a cocktail somewhere. They also have a restaurant here called the Red Horizon, and they have, without a doubt, hands down, the best cup of hot chocolate, I'm going to say, in the world. What's your opinion about that hot chocolate?
pretty good. It's like eating hot pudding.
Yes, hot pudding with fresh beaten whipped cream. You can spike it if you wanted to, put a little, maybe some Kahlua in it, or
Yeah,
some Frangelico. Yep.
people would be sitting out at.
Yep.
As you can see, all the restaurants are pretty much closed.
This is probably the one that has been most hardest hit economically.
Yeah, I would say.
Some of these restaurants are going to be lucky to come out of it.
Yep.
And that's unfortunate
This is
because
an Irish restaurant, Irish
Yeah.
pub. And it's kind of fun to go there and have Irish beer. They have live music on Fridays.
Guinness. It's amazing how many places we were meaning to get around to visit.
But we visited most.
And we have. We visited a lot, but there were still some that we haven't, and we kind of took it for granted. And now all of this has been taken. And this is honestly the first time I've walked down here since the shutdown. And it really makes me think, we should have taken advantage of it more. And I honestly can't wait for it to reopen. What's your...
I don't think it's going to reopen in the capacity you think it is.
No?
Mm-mm.
That's too bad.
They are talking about possibly opening restaurants that have enough outside space so that people can sit outside as long as there's a safe enough distance between tables. So if that happens, I don't think a lot of the restaurants who don't have outside space are going to reopen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And, the weather really turns kind of cool late September already in Germany. So a lot of them, their outdoor spaces would, there's a short window. I guess
Very
is
short
what-
window, yeah.
They have to make hay while the sun's shining. And
Usually it's right now.
Yep.
They would start opening their outside spaces. Okay, so we're walking down toward one of the schools that we work at
we did a little
sometimes.
detour. Yeah, another detour.
Yeah. So this is a little English school, private
school.
English school that our friend Andrea owns,
Hi, Andrea.
and we sometimes substitute here for her classes if she's got a teacher that's out sick
Or vacation.
or vacation. So we'll cover for her on occasion.
But we found it because we saw the British flag. And we
Yep.
said, oh, well, they must speak some English there.
Yeah.
So about, I don't know, a little over 3 years ago, we just kind of wandered into her place, and we've been friends ever since. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're good friends with her and her son.
Hi, Anton.
and-
Hi, Anton.
yeah.
So it's cute.
They're
in there.
closed right now. She's closed.
She has it decorated like if you had a British grandma and she had you over for tea and crumpets. Her salons, her rooms, she calls them salons,
Yeah.
are kind of set up like that.
Yeah, it's cozy.
Yeah, it's cozy and real cute.
It's cute.
Yeah, real cute. Oh, and there's the
Her mural that she had someone paint for her. Keep calm and drink tea. She offers tea to everybody, all her students and teachers. So she lives just up above
Yeah, she might even be
the school.
watching us.
So
I don't know.
anyway,
All right. And there are open air markets here on special occasions. But what Halle is it's short for the chemical halcite, which is table salt. And table salt was like a big industry. It still is a fairly large industry here. So the Hallmarkt literally means this was the salt market.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if you were a salt dealer or broker, you'd come here to sell your goods. The Halle made so much of its money on the sale of salt back in the day. So one of the reasons there's so many ornate buildings and theaters and an opera here is because of the money that they made. My understanding was that there was an earthquake here and it destroyed or severely damaged both churches, and they salvaged the towers, the two towers from the Frauenkirche and the two towers here from the old Hallmarkt church, and they built a church in between the two of them. And so now there's one church where two used to be, and what's interesting is these towers are in like a medieval style, and the two towers on the other side are in a Romanesque style, so they're completely different artistic styles, different historical periods. During the winter market or the
Christmas market.
Weihnachtsmarkt, this is an extension of the main market. It's kind of a fun zone for
Yeah,
kids right
this
here.
is the carnival section
Yeah.
of the market.
Make of man, as someone say, he's a hero of the day. It takes a man to solve and smile. Be yourself, no matter what they say. Be yourself.
Okay, so we are walking toward another school that I work at, and James works with me sometimes here. And we teach English at this school. It's been closed since the 10th of April. So the 10th was our last class. We have some paperwork that we have to...
10th of March.
10th of March, yeah. 10th of March.
It's been closed for a while.
Yeah, did I say March or April?
You said April.
Oh,
It's okay.
10th of March, yeah. So anyway, we have some paperwork that we have to drop off here in their mailbox.
Would be like an adult continuation school.
Yeah, but they have night classes and they offer English and Spanish and all kinds of different...
Let me get the door. To better
No, there's
include
no... We can't go inside. You have to just
Oh.
drop it at the mailbox.
Okay, so we're dropping this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you open that? Can you open that?
Oh yeah, this one.
Spot, yeah. So we have to just drop off our paperwork from our class. So, yeah.
So Tonya can get paid.
Yep. So... This is the back side of the
I miss
church.
coming here to this class.
Yeah, this was a fun
This was
class.
fun. It was an advanced class. This was C1 level, C2 level. We could talk about literature, poetry. We talked about music and movies. We
And
had
it's
great.
a really cool building. I like it because it's old and it's like an old-fashioned, like, indoor...
If you went to maybe New York City,
Yeah.
and they had an inner city or downtown high school, it would
Yeah.
be like this. It would be
Yeah.
3 or 4 levels.
Yeah.
It would be as big as a city block,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So it's I think it has a good feel.
Yeah.
Like
Totally different from the high schools that we have in California with
Oh, yeah.
spread out campuses,
For sure.
one-story buildings, all that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
anyway, if
But
anyone
here's
from
the
our
steep-
VHS class is watching or listening, we'd like to say hello. We miss
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah. Sorry that this class was cut short.
Yep.
It's unfortunate. So I hope you guys are all well.
Yep. Okay.
This is new, these stairs.
Yeah. Well, this shows really, Halle has an artistic streak in it. There's a very well-known art school here in town. But I don't know if this was done by the art school, but there are murals all over the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely a city of murals. This wasn't here a few weeks ago. This is
So
brand
I
new.
guess it's a mural of
Let's go take a closer look.
Hold on, I want to take a picture, so I'm gonna just...
It takes a man to suffer ignorance and smile. Be yourself, no matter what they say. Whoa, I'm an alien.
All right, so we've put on our masks because we're going to be coming out in about 100 yards to where a lot of people congregate.
Yeah.
It's the open air market.
You're supposed to wear a mask here anyway.
Yeah, it's required to have a mask here and also on the streetcars, the Straßenbahn.
Yeah.
So we're, we want to comply with the rules.
Yep.
Anyway, we're here by the church. And normally, a few days a week, the church is open. They have
They're taking this time to do some renovations on the church. I can see scaffolding.
Yeah, that was
on the back side.
Yeah, it's really pretty inside. One of the cathedral's claim to fame is the world famous composer Georg Handel was born here, and he learned, or at least played, on the church organ here in this church cathedral in the 1600s. So that's one of the reasons they were very proud of the connection to Handel. The city is Handel stuff, English stuff. So here we are coming out into the Marktplatz. That big structure in front of us, the clock tower, but they call it the Red Tower. It's got a carillon, so it chimes on the hour and on the half hour. They light it up at night sometimes with different colored lights. But let's go around these, or you want to go the other way?
This is usually really busy. There's only a fraction of the
Yeah.
trucks here right now. And that
So-
building right there is another school that we work at in Lingua, up at the top. They're closed right now. They've been closed since the middle of March as well. They're not working. They've not been working.
Some of the staff is still working in there, but not very much. So the first stop we're going to make here at the Marktplatz. This is our favorite bratwurst stand in town. It's the legitimate Thuringia style bratwurst. It's really tasty and it's pretty inexpensive too. It's like what, €1.60? 180. Price went up a little bit, so it's really delicious. And if we're down here in the Marktplatz, we usually will stop here and get a quick snack. Yeah. All right, can't wait.
Well, we're gonna get it to go because.
Oh, we're not gonna eat it here.
No, we'll get it to go. No, we'll eat it.
Oh, you're gonna make part of the city.
For sure. It's the center of the city.
And you've got different things that you got. There's a coffee stand there, but you can get cheese, you can get meat, you can get bread, you can get fish, vegetables, fruit. You just bought some honey from the honey cellar.
I think we should get some salmon.
You want to get some what?
Fresh salmon.
Okay, we can do that. Got flowers here, fresh flowers. Bring some cheer into your quarantine cottage. Yeah. So we're back on the main street. We're on High Street. It's called Guystrasse. We've noticed that a lot of the larger stores are open for business. Some of the smaller mom and pop stores are not. Maybe their square footage, their square meters is not big enough. But definitely, we just saw Woolworth is open. There's kind of a home goods store called Teddy, which is open. Is that a makeup store we just passed? Yeah. So the makeup store is open. I think that if your store was going to be over 700 or 800 quad meters, which is about 7,000 or 8,000 square feet, that you could reopen this week.
Wine store, it's open. I want to get a bottle of wine.
Oh yeah, this is one of our favorite stores actually. This is a gourmet wine store.
They sell vinegar and oil and
honey
wines.
and all kinds of different things.
So we're gonna grab a bottle of wine.
It's sad though they don't have good California wine.
Well, yes, go to California to get wine.
I'll go in there and I'll show you guys how California is represented here. It's sad. And we didn't want to film in there and video. Hundreds of bottles of wine and only 2 bottles representing California. One is what you would call like a generic bottle of Zinfandel, and another one was a white wine. So no California Reds at all. Anyway, I tease him to get some more California stuff in there.
That's a cute little tea shop. It's a restaurant and tea shop, and it's a theater cafe, and you can go to the cafe and have wine or tea or something before your show.
So what do they call this? One is the Puppentheater, the other one is the Thalia Theater,
Neues.
and the other one is the Neues Theater. Yeah, so there's three theaters here. Great.
And that's our favorite Indian restaurant.
We're going to continue our shopping and walk down the main street. We're going to go into this bakery. One of the fabulous things about Germany, that every 200, 300, 400 yards there is a fresh bakery, right? You walk down the street, the smell of fresh bread. They have their fresh bread here. They have pastry. Their pastries are not quite as sweet as Americans, right? So you probably get less of a sugar rush from the pastries here, but they're really delicious.
Yep, we've never been to this bakery, so we're going to try it. We're going to get a loaf of bread here.
So what's this one called? If you guys haven't ever tried a currywurst, the next time you're in Germany, I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite street foods. What's your opinion?
It's okay. I wouldn't rush out for it, no, but I mean, once in a while it's okay.
This is our neighborhood bio market. We get fruits and vegetables here too, but normally we get cheese and dairy that is certified organic and bio, Anyway, we're going to go take a look inside. Maybe Tonya will keep the camera running.
No, I'm not going to film inside.
No?
Germans don't like to be filmed. It's actually against the law and the shop's permission, so I'm not going to go there.
But we come here probably once a week.
Yeah.
And they have really high quality produce and goods. It's a little pricey, but they know us and they're friendly, and if they might keep a dozen eggs aside or half a dozen eggs aside for their good customers. So they treat their customers really well here. So all right, well, we'll go inside. We just finished at the bio market. We're about 1 block from our street. We're in our neighborhood.
This is how we grocery shop.
Yep.
full bags.
All kinds of bags. But you know, before we got the HelloFresh boxes, you know, we would shop every couple, 2-3 days.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, what we wanted to show you in our neighborhood, there's this old abandoned church. The building is owned by the university. At the moment, it's abandoned, but it's really a landmark in our neighborhood. You can see the steeple from quite far away. What do you think, Tonya? You like this church?
Yeah, it's a shame that it's going to hell, really.
It's been neglected and in disrepair the entire time we've been here.
Yeah. Well, kids.
Yeah, people hang out.
Yeah, so we're not going to videotape over there because there's kids over there, but
we've got a park here. We're at the corner, we take our dogs there. It's usually where Abby and Hazel get walked.
looks like a jungle right now.
Yes.
It's so funny how quickly everything grows here. It's like you don't go outside you don't come this direction for 3 or 4 days and it looks different.
Right? But what's cool about this neighborhood is most of the buildings were built in the mid to late 1800s, so the buildings really have a historic feel to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, park does look a bit over there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks very bushy and green.
So we're turning down La Fontaine Straße. We're 200 meters from our place. Offload 100 pounds of groceries that I'm carrying. I keep telling myself I'm gonna bring a backpack next time back. I never do. This is all these grocery bags. This is very unwieldy. But if you take this street, sorry, did I hit you?
No, I just wanted to get a look at what you got there.
I have a little bit of everything. If you take this street down about 500, 600 meters, it'll take you directly to the park called the Peisnitz Park. And at the Peisnitz Park, the Saale River flows through it, and there's different things to do down there. So we're back in the quarantine cottage. Tonya and I are both going to enjoy our bratwurst that we got down at the Marktplatz. That's
Ridiculous looking, really.
That's a pretty good size bratwurst. And you can see that the bun, this is just a handle. According to Tonya's pedometer, we walked 3.5 miles round trip, door to door. We got all of our shopping done for the next few days, and I feel like I've earned this bratwurst. So, Tonya, is there anything else you'd like to say? Anybody you want to shout out to?
Just that these dogs are begging for a bite.
Of course they are. They are in every video asking for food, for sure. Mm-hmm. But I wish you all a good day, and I hope everybody is healthy and happy. And I guess that's so long from the quarantine cottage.
Bye.
Bye.